Hello and welcome. I know it's been a little bit of a while since we did a podcast, but we have just come back from a trip to Queensland, sunny Queensland, and we have plenty to tell you about it. Joining me today is Rajinder, and there's Anju as well.
Hello.
Yep.
Hi, Gary. How you going?
All right, buddy, let's get it started. So, how did this trip manifest?
Well, manifest. I started on the 17th of July, I think,
Yeah.
and we flew up to the Gold Coast.
Yeah. So with our flights, we flew with Jetstar.
Yes.
Now, what do you remember the time that the plane that we left?
I did make some notes, so let me have a check. I think it was JQ434 at Melbourne Airport that we went from.
It took off at what, 8:40 in the morning, was it?
8:30.
Oh, 8:30?
Yeah, that's the notes that I've got. 8:45 was pushed back. You're correct. And lovely flight, lovely, short flight, but no issues. We
About an hour,
landed at about
45
10:34 at the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I took a bus to Broadbeach. I think bus number 777.
So this is the bus. So when you get to the Gold Coast Airport, for all of you listening who want to go to the Gold Coast, when you get to the Gold Coast Airport, what you need to do is you need to purchase a thing called a Go card.
Yeah.
We got it from the WHS Smith store, I believe. So basically, this Go card, when you purchase it, you put a bit of money on it. So you cost money to buy the card, then you put money on the card.
Yeah.
You put about $20-$30 depending on how much travel you want to do, maybe 50 if you want to do a lot.
Yeah.
And basically, you go outside. Once you leave the airport, this Go card will allow you to travel on the bus. So there is a bus at the airport itself,
Exactly.
which will take you to a tram stop called Broadbeach.
Yes.
Now, on the way, this goes through sort of like the southern part of the Gold Coast. So the bus will drive through the southern part of the Gold Coast. You go through places like, we went through a number of places actually. So just correct me if I'm wrong, Coolangatta is to the south of the Gold Coast Airport?
Yes.
So that's why we didn't go through there?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, not through Coolangatta, but we go through places like Miami. We went through Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went through, what was another sub? Was it Burleigh Heads?
Burleigh Heads. We went through Burleigh Heads.
Yes.
Yes, we
Was
did.
there any other suburbs we went through as we went to that tram
A
stop?
couple other suburbs, but I can't remember the names. But it's a pretty straightforward ride to get to Broadbeach, and then you get a tram from there that takes you into Surfers Paradise.
Yeah. So we get to Broadbeach, but before we go to Surfers, so at Broadbeach we went to the casino, where we had some food to eat.
And the good
Had
thing
some
about going to
meal.
the casinos, if you've got suitcases, you can always leave them there with the concierge.
Yes, that's another good tip.
So then you can free yourself up.
Yeah, so it frees us up because we hadn't checked in at that point.
Absolutely.
Because our check-in hours hadn't opened at that point. So anyway, we eat the meal at the casino. Is it fair to say, Mum, that the meal was nice, that you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was nice roast, turkey,
Yeah, the roast.
and
I-
gravy and vegetables and
Yeah.
dessert.
And the vegan burger, I had the vegan burger, that was nice. What's one thing like that you noticed when we came to the Gold Coast? Like, what did you notice about the town, like on your initial inspection?
Well, there was beach everywhere, basically.
Yeah.
All the way from airport up to the Gold Coast city center, everywhere we went, the beaches were following us.
Yeah.
And a lot of rivers and lakes as well. And mountains in the background.
And the buildings as well. One thing that stood out to me was the buildings. How they're all like apartments, and they're very tall apartments.
It gave me the American feel.
Yes, it had very much a Miami
Las
feel.
Vegas feel about it.
Yeah, they had the apartments called Bel Air and all that. So yeah, very much. So okay, so now we're at Broadbeach. From there we went on the tram to Cavill Avenue.
Correct. That's
Right.
where our accommodation was, the Mantra accommodation, which is part of the hotel. But Mom had booked up an Airbnb, so you can actually stay at the hotel,
Airbnb style.
or you can stay with the Airbnb.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. That accommodation was the highlight. It was perfect.
Yeah.
$571 for the three of us in a two-bedroom,
Two bathroom.
two-bathroom apartment. Beautiful
Great view.
views. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant deal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question about that. And of course, then we were cruising around, and we became the general Gold Coast tourists. We had a great time hanging out and seeing the city. Surfers is brilliant. The weather was great, 23 degrees. Anybody wanted to go there at this time of the year from Melbourne's winter, just go for it.
Yeah, great, very well said. And the nightlife there. What about the nightlife?
Wow.
You remember when we stepped near the beach that night? We took you out that night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was happening. It was a happening city.
Yeah.
My kind of place.
Yeah.
And I think you liked it too, Anmol, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Very
Lots
much so.
of lots of beautiful things to see.
Yeah. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. Well done, Mom, on getting the hotel views. The hotel there. The views were fantastic. So around Surfers Paradise, you got the Surfers Paradise tram stop. Then you've got Cavill Avenues. They're sort of next to each other.
Sure.
About a 10-minute walk each way.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is we also saw a lot of Indian restaurants in the Gold Coast, didn't we?
Indian food seems to be very popular there. Every block, every corner, it's street Indian restaurant there. About 8-9 of them within the 5 minutes radius from us. And yeah, lots of other cuisines and restaurants as well. Not just Indian, but it was quite busy and relaxing. People were walking on the street in the night and all that. So we were just within 400 meters or 300 meters from the city center. So it was very popular area, and beach on one side, river on the other side. Yeah, and lots to see in between. We
Yeah.
also went for river cruise.
Mm.
Took through a lot of beaches, which was very nice as well. And then, yeah, Anmol and I went to the Brisbane city for one day.
Yeah, that was on the 19th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 days later.
So before we get to that, let's talk about our trip to Southport.
Yeah.
So Mum and I, on the second day, I believe it was, we took the tram. We took the tram to Helensvale
Yes.
because we wanted to get an idea of that last tram stop and see the way to Brisbane. But then we also took the connecting tram back to Southport. So it's the same tram. It goes every few minutes. Yeah, it does. So we got to Southport and we got to see the beach there and check out the shopping centres around Southport.
Yeah, the shopping center, universities area in Southport. So we got up there, looked around there, went to the shopping center there, did a little bit shopping, and yeah, the tram was very convenient because it was right at our doorstep. And the same tram you can take it to Helensville and take the train to Brisbane City. So starting from airport, bus to the tram, and they were just, one was stopping, one was finishing, and the other stopping was really good. They were connecting really well. So public transport was really good. Every 5 minutes was the tram, and tram was very punctual.
And now I'll get back to the Brisbane trip, but this is where, Anmol, you've got to give us a bit more insight into what happened and how to get to Brisbane from, taking the tram to Hillsville and the day you and Mum spent in Brisbane.
So you got to take the tram from Surfers Paradise to Helensville.
Yep.
It's about 30 minutes. Take the train from Helensville station to Brisbane Central. We went to Central Station. It's about an hour, 5 minutes.
Yes.
So you crisscross areas like Logan Lee, I think, what was it called? Beanley, that's the one, thank you. Park Road, South Brisbane,
Yeah.
where we spent a lot of our time. So we got to Brisbane, we got to Central Station, and the first place we really saw was Anzac Cove, which was a really nice memorial.
Yes.
Anzac Memorial there, really close to the station. We then went over to the town hall, not long later, the actual town hall square. And we went inside the mall. Oh yes, we went to the mall as well.
You went
sort
to a
of
very nice
the
restaurant
CBD.
for lunch.
Yeah, the CBD streets. And yes, there was a very nice restaurant in the town hall that we went to, that we sat in. It had very much a Christmas vibe. Like they had Christmas
Oh, okay.
decorations up,
Or maybe Christmas in July or something.
that sort of thing. Yeah, it had a really nice food as well. I think the food was very nice there.
One of the oldest restaurants there, and established in 1934 or something.
Yeah, the food was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what else do you see in Brisbane?
So then we went across the bridge. So we went to that bridge. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it takes you sort of across the river. Like I think it's called the Brisbane River,
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of takes you into South Brisbane, and so
South Bank.
in South Bank, yeah. And so we went, saw the botanical gardens, or they look like botanical gardens. The Nepalese temple was there. We also went on that compartment. Yeah, the wheel. So the wheel is the one that takes us up the wheel, that gives us a whole sort of view of Brisbane, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we went to the wheel. There were a lot of museums around there.
Yeah.
And
Exhibition center was there. State library was there.
yeah, and we just basically walked around within the 1 kilometer of. There was free ferry rides as well, but the trip was too late for us to take. So maybe
Talking about
next
ferry,
time.
we forgot to mention the river cruise we took the day before. It was
Yeah.
beautiful, the river cruise.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, you talked about it? Sorry, yeah. So yeah, that was really nice. Yeah.
It actually went around Southport. We figured that out when we were in Southport.
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
river
that's
cruise
right.
actually went around there. 'Cause I
Yes.
saw the sign that said Southport.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very nice, that cruise. Got to go
That
past a
cruise
lot
was
of
good.
nice houses
Yeah.
and just good views
Very
of the Gold
expensive
Coast.
houses. And then okay, sorry, Anmol, I didn't mean to interrupt, but yeah, let's go back with Mom and Brisbane.
Yeah, so we saw those areas in Brisbane. We ended up getting, what was it, that bubble tea
Yeah.
in the South Brisbane.
Yeah, it was warm enough, and the way the area was very clean,
Yeah, Brisbane
very
is very clean.
upmarket and very clean and nice streets around the south bank, just across the bridge. So it was much cleaner and less populated, obviously, from Melbourne, but much more newer and nicer. Yeah,
A bit more of
clean.
a tropical view,
Clean.
yeah. And a bit of a tropical view, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Around there. No, it was very nice. I wonder what it would be like at night time.
Yeah, or in summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be very nice.
It'd be nice and hot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We had 23 degrees on that day, so it was feeling warm.
It was felt hotter than 23.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, Dad, what do you want to-
Now just coming back to the final day when we checked out in the morning from the accommodation, and then you and Mom went to, yes, I know she's pointing the sign up, to the Sky Point view from surfers. That was well, I didn't go up there, but I think from what the pictures that I've seen, that was pretty nice as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was wonderful. We went up there. It actually shows you on the top of the elevator how fast you're going up the levels.
How fast were you going?
3 floors per.
3
3
floors a
sec-
second. Yeah.
3 floors a second.
About 3 floors
Wow.
a second.
Yeah.
Zooming up there, and then just seeing the views. It's basically a round shape, so you walk all around it. You see different angles of the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
They had like a buffet there as well. It was just a wonderful experience. It was
So-
wonderful seeing it.
Before we wind this up, how much of a rating, Anju, will you give this trip out of 10?
I'll give it 8 out of 10.
So you really enjoyed Gold Coast, Brisbane.
Yeah, it was
What
very
was the
nice.
highlight for you?
No, I liked everything. We did different days, we did different things, and everything was nice.
Is it the kind of city you could see yourself going to again sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy
You still going to go past, so that go past guard is there.
for 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's valid for 10 years. Anmol, what's your rating out of 10?
Just give it a 10. It was perfect. It was a great
Yeah.
holiday, great trip. Loved the sky view, loved Brisbane, loved Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Public transport was great. Lots to do, shops. Nightlife is there, beach. The beach was great. We got to walk along the sands of the beach in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, no,
The ferry in Queensland was
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Yeah.
Just
The
because
hotel room, that takes
That
9.
hotel room
Yeah.
was very nice. Yeah, accommodation was brilliant.
Yeah. No, well done, Anju, for organizing that.
Thank you for
We then took a flight on the afternoon,
Yeah.
and it took us about 2.5 hours to come back on
Yeah,
the
it
plane.
was, yeah.
And then we took the taxi back home.
Taxi back home and back to good old Sunbury.
Yeah.
Cold, freezing sun.
Cold, freezing Melbourne. Yeah. About 7 degrees cooler.
Oh yeah, that was
Good
that
7
made
degrees
that
cooler.
made a very big difference.
Yeah.
As soon as we got back here, I think particularly me, I realized the time difference and the temperature difference, and it made me feel very cold. But loved the trip overall, loved it.
Yeah. Alright, awesome. So we've been a few places recently. Warrnambool,
Yes,
Albury, Wodonga,
Wodonga,
now Gold Coast, Queensland,
sure.
and who knows where
Who
in the
knows
future.
where we're going next? Well, we go somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Alright, anything else to add there?
No, I loved it. Loved the whole trip, and looking forward to our next trip, wherever it is.
Absolutely. Anything else to add, Mum?
No, that is it. It was a nice trip, so let's see what happens next.
Yeah. Alright, thank you very much, everyone.
Cheers, Anmol.
I've
Thanks
done a great job.
for the podcast, and I love the company. I love your company. I love Mum's company not as much, but it was great.
Alright, take care.
Ciao.